What's up? This is Trideep and you're watching a brand new episode of Learn with Trideep. This video is a fun video and extremely interesting. Many a times my students from various colleges and corporate houses have asked me if it is possible to convert our Figma or Adobe XD UI prototypes directly to an app and publish it to an app store. Well, it is no longer a distant dream. In this video, I will show you step by step how we can transform a fully blown Adobe XD interface to an app using a tool called Bravo Studio. And of course, without writing a single line of code. Did I mention it is absolutely free? This will be a series of videos and we will start the first one as a basic one and then take it to the next level in subsequent videos. But before we deep dive, a gentle request to like, share and comment on this video. And if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get all our upcoming updates. So without much ado, let's get started. So guys, this is your very well-known Adobe XD interface and where I have already created certain screens for you to see. These screens has been randomly created. What I have done, I have taken some of my abstract art as if this is a gallery which I can actually share with my art lovers and art connoisseur friends or art buyers to actually select my art. And if they are kind enough, they can actually buy my art. So this is a simple selection of abstract art piece from this app, which I have also named as, if you see, my digital abstract paintings portfolio. Okay, I could have easily changed it to a little different way, my abstract digital paintings portfolio. So it could have been mad paintings portfolio. Okay, so jokes aside, okay, so this is a very simple app where I am actually showcasing my art and I want to create these as an app. Simple. Okay, so if you see, there are certain things that is required to prepare yourself to directly transform these things to an app using a fantastic tool which I have mentioned already called Bravo Studio. So before we do anything over here, let us just hop back to Bravo Studio. Okay, so yeah, so this is bravostudio.app, bravostudio.app, where you can build mobile apps smarter. That is what they claim. And really, their claim is quite justified. The way the entire process is so easy to create as soon as you get a hang about how the things can be easily manipulated, how you can easily put the Bravo codes in your app, in your UI interface, and easily can convert into Bravo Studio. But before you get that, you have to start free. I have already have an account over here, so I will just quickly log in. So over here, when you are in the login screen, it will directly ask you if you have Figma, you can log in with your Figma email ID. So fortunately and unfortunately for me, my Figma email address and my Google email address are the same. So I will just log in with my Google address, Learn with Trideep's Google address. So as soon as I come over, you will see that I have already created these apps over here, and we will just see how easily we can make this particular app converted into our app in this app store. And obviously I will go step by step in various series of videos where you will know how easily we can convert our apps with dynamic data and all these things. But dynamic data and all this stuff I'm not covering the first video itself. It will be too much for you guys. I will just simply use Bravo codes. You have to understand how Bravo codes work and how easily using those code snippets you can convert your Adobe XD or a Figma UI into a plain Jane simple awesome app in your app stores. Okay, before that, we have to first see what are the tagged list that is present in Bravo. Okay, just click on this icon, and you will see this particular page has all the Bravo tag master list that you can use in your UI, whether it is Figma or it is Adobe XD. For both, the tags are same. That's the best part of it. You need not to have a different tag list for Figma and Adobe XD. So you have a same type of tag list which you can use in Figma as well as Adobe XD. So let us see, there are menus. If you have menus, if you have a tab menus, this is the Bravo tag that you have to add it. Top level page app page means it will be over here, over here, this section, the name of the artboard. Okay, that is a top level. Okay, and if you are, see, these are all top level page app page, top level app page. Okay, close modal menu is any layer except the app page. You cannot use this thing in the artboard itself. Okay, there are different types of containers. So simple text and image container will have a Bravo tag as container. Top bar, if you have a top bar at the top, I will show you in the app, you can have the container as top bar. If you want the top bar to hide when you are scrolling through the app, you have to use the container top bar hide scroll. And if you have a container top bar show scroll, you will see that even if you are scrolling the page, the top bar is still there, sticky. Okay, then the aspect ratio relative to the screen, it is a second level container. These are all second level container. The first level container is the page level container, the page level tags, and then these are second level containers. If you want a particular button or a layer to be sticky, you have to use it as a layer so that whenever the page scrolls, that particular object stays there. Now there are slider, horizontal slider, crossfade sliders, all these things. If you're using a slider in your app, you have to use these Bravo tags. Always remember in which level these particular containers, these particular tags you have to use. Okay, slider, indicators, okay, all these things you can, and you can also put the hex code of that slider indicator. Okay, if it is in a dark background, you can use white. If it is in a white background, you can use black. Okay, automatic sliders, if you want a slider to be automatic, auto scroll, you have to use the slider. Okay, modal pages are great options when you have some modal objects. Just scroll up, stays over there. Say for example, when you are commenting, or you are say liking a particular thing, or sharing a particular page, so there are modal windows that comes in. So there can be partial modal page, there can fixed modal page, mobile for iOS cards. If you are creating for iOS device, you can have this modal iOS cards. Then there are pop-up pages which can pop up. Say for example, this one, this blurs the entire background and pops up some messages if you want. Okay, so all these things, these are again a top level app page. So you have to create an artboard, create all the things that you want it as a pop-up. You have to put it over there. Okay, and when you call it through your interactivity in XD, when you are doing a prototype, when you are calling a particular artboard, it automatically pops up in that thing. Okay, so these are the two very important intro screen and a close intro screen that is there. So before any app, if you want to have an intro screen, that will be always visible, that every time you open the app, this intro screen comes in, then you can use this thing. And if you want that only on the first login, you want the intro screen to come, it can be intro once. Again, then there has to be a close intro, which will actually close this particular app page. It has to be any layer except the top level. Okay, so you have to have a button or something with a close icon, and you click on that and it closes the intro. See, there are humongous amount of this type of tags that are present, and what you need to do, you just need to add these tags in your super awesome UI, and it will take care of the rest. So there are a lot of components. If you have toggle button, you have video buttons, you have backgrounds, you have GIF files, you have Lottie files, Lottie animations, you have web view, you have flexible text, you have markdown text, HTML text. All these things can be acting as a component, and you can use it in your app. Okay, so if you have a SVG icon, it has to be commented as component :SVG, otherwise it will not be considered. Okay, if you have a shape, you have to fill to container, you have to write it as shape fill. So if you have created a shape in Adobe XD and you have a fill in the, you have to just write it as shape fill. So if you have map, interactive maps and all these things, you can have interactive components over there, component : map : interactivity. If you want to have an image to zoom on scroll or something like that, you can have component image zoom over there. Pie chart, bar chart, all these things can be easily created in using these tags. Another very important thing, if you are having obviously form to register or log in your users, you can use all these tags in your UI interface. You have the normal Adobe XD layout, and you have to just add these components in your interface. So if you have an input text, your component should be component : input - text. If you have a component which is a text area, but much bigger area, you have to just denote it as text area. Any number field has to be number. Emails, very, very straightforward. If you have a basic understanding of English, I'm not even talking about programming language, you can easily use these things in your code. But always remember in which layer you are doing. It has to be that text layer has to be actually marked with these tags. Okay. And even if you have a submit data, you can have the action as submit. It's basically for the buttons. Okay. So you have various other actions over here, like open a video, open phone dialog box. With a phone number, you can do, if you have just a phone, it will ask you to input the particular phone number. If you have a dedicated phone number added to it, it will open with that phone number already written in your dial tone, in your dial screen. Okay, email dialog, you can actually have these actions pre-filled or without pre-filling the things. You can download files, you can open a PDF, you can scan a QR code. All these things are there present. So when we will be going step by step in depth, I will use a lot of these particular things. Okay, so these are entirely a good amount of concentration has been given to playing audio, pausing on audio, playing audio in the background, loading audio indicator that, okay, so there will be just this audio vibration indicator that will show that the moment a particular audio start playing. Current played time, it denotes the played time and total time of audio. So you can actually show it like current time / total time. All these things can be done. Transitions, reveal play, animations, refresh page. All these things are very well done, and believe me, with all these things, with only all these things, you can create fantastic apps for your this thing. Even the push notifications, if you see all this push notification, enable push notification, this app can push notifications to you. Okay, you have the zero auth authentication, login page, zero auth, logout, all these things are there. For logging to Firebase integration, Firebase actually tracks how many people have come from which source it has come to your page, to your app. All these things can be captured in Firebase. Okay. And even if you are doing a payment integration using Stripe, you can do this thing through this particular tags. Okay. Now let's hop back to our XD. So if you see the first one over here, a very big square chunk over here, you can see, which is exactly 1024 by 1024 size icon. If you see very clearly, it is written over here as asset colon icon. Asset colon icon. If you see asset colon icon, it actually has nothing but a image of my painting, which acts as an icon sort of thing, which will be your app icon. Okay. And over here, I have written my digital abstract paintings portfolio, as simple as that. This entire thing will be converted with an asset icon and will be sent to Bravo Studio as a app icon. Now let us see all the different artboard that I had created. Let's go step by step. The first one is an intro artboard. Okay, what I have done, I have created a circular icon base with the same image, so that it relates that from this icon this particular image has come. It is simple. It is a fill with a border, 20 pixel border over here. Okay, and the base thing that you have to always do, you have to tell Bravo Studio what is the hit area of this particular thing. If you don't have a hit area, the entire artboard is considered as a hit area. So I have created, see, a area which is a rectangle, nothing but a rectangle. Okay, this I have denoted as area. Okay, this is a text box, and see, all after creating all these things, this is a normal text and this is a button. Okay, if you go enter the button, you will see the button is this area, this shape is a button, this is the text layer, and I have actually added an area which is a transparent, no fill, no border, transparent rectangle, end to end. If you don't do this thing, Bravo is not intelligent enough to understand how it will scale this particular rectangle, this particular button, and where it will put inside the interface. If you see, if you don't use this, it can put it over here, it can put it over here based on the size of the device in which it is getting opened. Okay, so you have to have an area demarcated for them, so that if you demark the area that this is the particular area in which this particular button will open, it will maintain the same thing. So I have created the area, I have created a button, and I have created a text over here, and I have grouped all of them. As soon as I group it, it becomes a folder sort of thing like this, right? Okay, and after taking this, I will group the entire stuffs, all the things together, button, the text, the image, the area, all things together as a container. This is what Bravo Studio will understand, that this is a container which contains various elements like text, images, buttons, all these things together. Okay. Next one is another one. This is a very important thing. This is a slider menu that I want that if I am clicking on this, say this 3-dot triangle over here, 3-dot button over here, icon over here, this thing will slide inside the screen. Okay, that is the only purpose of this particular. So if you see menu slide in this thing, if you go to the menu part of the thing, so slide menu, I want the menu to slide from left to right. So menu slide tag I have used over here. So I have named this artboard as menu, and I have also added the Bravo tag over here called menu slide. Okay, and what I have done, let's see step by step again. So you have a base rectangle, which is this rectangle. Okay, so this dark base you can remove from for the time being. Let me remove it now. I don't require that. This is the base rectangle, this is the logo element, and then I have three groups: the icon and the text as one group. Let us see another thing. If you see, this is icon map gallery, this is rectangle, this is featured text, all combined into one. Same. See, icon, material, landscape, landscape and rectangle. Okay. Like this. So three things I have created over here. Three button element with icon and text, all grouped together. And again, this entire box is grouped as a container. So again, you now understood the nomenclature of container. It contains all the text, images, buttons, everything. Okay. Now let's go to the third artboard. This particular artboard, if you see, this particular artboard has a top bar. Okay. See over here, I have written it as given it as a tag as container : top hyphen bar. Okay. What did I tell you? If it is a container with top bar only, it will act as a top bar. Okay. And if I have added top bar : hide scroll, then if I scroll this particular thing, it will get hidden during the scroll. And when I stop the scroll, then only it will appear. Okay. So this is pretty simple. See, if I break this particular image into the levels, I have a rectangle area with this gap. There is no fill, there is no border, but this gap is maintained because that gap will flow throughout the spacing of this app. So it is a mask group. It has a mask where this image is kept inside, image holder and this file. Okay. Remember to optimize your files in KB, a 2-digit KB. 50 KB is more than enough to have them as images over there. If you have a very high DPI image over here as all these images, your app will not load, or it will take too much of time to load your app. Okay. So now let's see, there's a rectangle over here I have created, but this rectangle has a fill. If you see this fill, this rectangle has a fill, the linear gradient, which is black on black, with a 70% to 0% black on black gradient. See, the gradient is given the darkest and the lightest part. Okay. And I wanted two lines of text, one a header text and the other one as the body text. Okay. So a little bit of self advertisement or self PR over here. Yes, these artworks are available in OpenSea. If you really want to go and check out my other abstract paintings which are up for NFT, you can actually go and check OpenSea, where my particular collection comes as Artist Tridip Ghosh collections. You can go over there and you can check my NFT already up for sale over there. So these are the paintings that I have added over here. Okay, most of them are available as NFT. You can purchase if you are kind enough, show some love over there. And so these are the few images that I have added over here, which obviously are header text and body text. A small tip over here for you guys, that always see I have maintained a gap over here. Otherwise, if you don't add this gap over here, Bravo Studio cuts half of the text over here. So just maintain a gap after the text. Everywhere I have maintained a gap. See, I have maintained a gap over here. I maintained a gap over here. If you put the text as it is, then Bravo Studio might cut your text to half. Okay. So please understand, Bravo Studio is still in a very nascent stage. So there are a lot of glitches which only you can understand when you are doing app creation. Okay. Many app companies, many of these startups, they do tell that you can do fantastic stuffs and all these things. But always remember, there is always a learning curve. Always there are some glitches that they are still working on. That's the reason they are still keeping the things free of cost. Okay. Next is the art detail page. So if you are clicking on this particular image, how this particular image opens up. So for this particular demo, I have only made this particular image clickable and none of the others are clickable. Okay. But when we will learn dynamic image creation using a database and all these things, then we can only have one artboard and we can dynamically load images inside it. For the time being, it is only one image that you can see. If you want to, in this particular case, if you want all this image to open up in new screens, you have to create the detail screen, multiple detail screens, and all images connecting to each other. So this particular back button takes you back to the featured art, and there are certain other buttons that I want to explain to you. This is again a header text. Okay, painting name, and see, I have always used a area, because otherwise if you're not using area, it might display anywhere in the particular screen. Also, this particular text over here, descriptive text, description as flexo. Flexo, if you write a flexo tag over here, you can have this text as a free flow. It will automatically scale down as much content goes inside it. Okay, we will go into flexo in a different video, not in this particular one, but that is what flexo does. It makes your text auto resizable. Okay, and there are a lot of asterisks over here. I am not explaining all these things now. We will come across when we are doing dynamic app content. Okay, for the time being, it is static app content, just to show how these things works. This is again a button at the bottom. Okay, this is a layer. Why it is kept as layer? It is a sticky layer. So if you have more text over here, still the layer will stay over here in the app, and the text background will go on scrolling. Okay, so this is the way it works. Okay, now in this particular box over here, again, this is the rectangle box. You see, this is a header container. So this entire header container is one container. Over here, I have a send icon, a comment icon over here. A comment icon over here, and a rating tags over here. So I have made these two things interactive. So how we have made it interactive, let's see. So in the next section, you will see this is a modal window. It's a page modal, fixed modal that will come. So once I click on this particular comment, this will slide up and get fixed over here. Okay, so that's the way this modal will work. Okay, so let's see even in our prototype phase, let us see how I have linked all these things. So once I click enter gallery, it will directly go to this featured one. When I click on this particular menu will slide in. Okay, that's the way. And even you can drag and slide it out. When I click on this art detail page opens up, which when I click on this comment icon, this comment box will open up as modal window. Now what happens with this particular share or send icon? If you see, I have just written over here action : share. What will happen? It will trigger the share panel in your mobile and let you share the particular screen. Okay, so that's the way. You need not to do anything over there. That is taken care of by Bravo Studio. Okay, lovely. Now let us show you that how you will export these things in Bravo Studio. Okay, so let's click on this plugin, and you see that Bravo Studio is already installed. So if you have not installed Bravo Studio plugin for Adobe XD or Figma, you have to install it. Okay, once you install this thing, you can, the first time you have to create this app, it will ask you to link your logged in icon. Once you click and log in your icon, it will allow you to create this particular app. So let's see, let's jump back to Bravo Studio. And once I click on create, it creates with this thing. You will see the icon has come over here. It shows that it is coming from XD. This one I had created with Figma, so it has come from Figma. This one I have created from XD, it came from XD, and so on and so forth. I click on this and see all your screens are over here. So your main screen, your featured art, your menu screen, your actual art detail page, and your new comment modal window screens. All these things have come over here. Lovely. Okay. Now a fantastic thing that is there, if you really want to see this thing, you have to preview this app. Once you preview this app, I have already installed Bravo's Vision, which is the preview app for Bravo. So it actually helps you to preview your app before you actually publish it. So it is available in Google Play Stores. It is available in Apple App Stores. So download it in your Android or your Apple mobile. And once you have the particular Bravo Studio Bravo Vision app in it, you can see the app this way. So that's it. Now, if you really want to update your app multiple times, it's very easy. You go on uploading, you go on updating things over here. And once you are done, you have to update it. Remember, if you don't do it in the right process, like creating the rectangles, using the right tags, the right place, this update will always throw errors to you, and it will ask you to check your tags. Okay, if your tags are right, then it automatically gets updated. Otherwise, you will face a error message over here. So you can update this app multiple times, and you have to just go on updating it, and automatically this particular thing will go on updating. Another thing, another tip I can tell you, that if you find that there is errors happening over here and which you are not able to figure out, you can delete your existing app in the Bravo Studio, and you can click on create to re-upload it fresh. Okay, sometimes it so happens because of multiple debugging and all these things might show some error. Okay, so there are very easy way, fantastic tutorials they have. The Bravo Studio has a fantastic tutorials, video tutorials, as well as normal text tutorials. So you can learn a lot if you just concentrate and do the step-by-step things that they are doing over there. Okay, so that's it. So I think you have already seen in your Bravo Vision screens how this particular app functions. So you can create your amazing app, create as simple as interaction can be possible, and then you make it complex when you go in the advanced stage. But start very light, see each and every tag so that you don't do mistakes in the level of tags. Sometimes you do mistakes, like you put top level tags in the second level tags and vice versa. In that way, there will be conflict of level of tagging, and that's the reason your app will not perform correctly. So that's all. That's pretty much simple way of creating Bravo applications from your Figma or Adobe XD UI prototype. So that's all, folks. Hope you have enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you have liked the video, kindly like, share, and comment on the video. And if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get all our upcoming updates. Till we meet again with more deeper and more intense app making with Bravo Studio, stay tuned and watch this space. Goodbye and God bless.